70 yards to go. It's the hero, and Mac Miller gets his Kentucky Derby by 2.5 lengths.
Winner of the 1993 Kentucky Derby, Sea Hero was retired at the age of 4. After standing stud in the U.S., he was sold to the Turkish National Stud and currently resides in Turkey as the oldest living Kentucky Derby winner.
Jen came here the 1st of August of 2011, just finished a career at stud that June. So there was a period of adjustment because of all the activity here, but he's enjoying life now. I think he's adjusted to the lifestyle and has accepted where he's at and likes going out for the shows that we do during the season, and he seems to be a real happy camper. So. He's really a pleasant horse to be around. He's not any real trouble. He likes to push around a little bit and see what he can get away with, but he's not a horse that's trying to do anything bad. He's just kind of enjoying who he is, you know. I think they've all enjoyed seeing him. You know, everyone likes seeing a Kentucky Derby winner, and he certainly did it in exciting fashion with that wire-to-wire win in 1994. So yeah, everyone's happy to see a Derby winner. There's always a little bit of star power, especially when you're with a Kentucky Derby winner. And, you know, it's just fun. It's like, hey, I'm walking a Kentucky Derby winner, you know?
And they're off in a Kentucky Derby. On the outside, Thunder Gulch with the white blinkers and Gary Stevens aboard. Down the stretch they come in the Derby. And here's the winner. It's Thunder Gulch.
It's going to be Thunder Gulch. The Derby winner has won the Belmont Stakes.
Thunder's a lovely horse to be around. He's very smart. He's a gentle, kind horse. No badness in him at all. All the young lads that start off here as grooms, they all start looking after Thunder, and he's just a really nice horse to be around. He's the oldest stallion we have here, yes. For his age, he looks very well. He's a very simple horse to deal with, nice to be around. He's no problem with any of the other stallions. He's not as high-strung as some of the others. Maybe he's mellowed a little bit with age, but he was always a very quiet horse. Well, Thunder's day-to-day life starts at about 6:30 in the morning. He gets turned out in the morning, first thing, out in his paddock, as do the rest of the stallions here. You know, the Kentucky Derby is probably obviously the premier race for 3-year-olds, and to have 2 of them here at Ashford like we do, in Thunder, Gulch and Fusaichi Pegasus, it's great for the farm, and you know, coming to work every day it's really a part of history, really.
It's Captain Bodgett on the outside. Silver Charm at the rail. Those 2 to the wire. Here's the finish. Silver Charm by a neck with Gary Stevens. 50 yards to go. Freehouse and Silver Charm. Captain Bodgett is flying. Photo finish.
随分やっぱり馬体が大きくなったっていうのがこの馬の場合は一番特徴じゃないかな。すごく幅もまた出てきたし、でスリチムにいる時も乗り運されてたっていうことで、そのまま継続してうちも乗り運しているっていう状況ですので、環境的にはあまり変わらずと思っています。本当にもう先ほどもお話ししたようになるべく近い管理をしているつもりですし、馬石の運動も乗ってやられてますので、そういう面ではスリチムにいた時と大体同じような環境でできてるんじゃないかなというふうに思います。普段はすごく落ち着いてますけど、種付けになるとちょっとやはり馬をこうある程度威圧するといいますか、そういうような状況を取る馬です。これはですね、スリジムにいた時も本当にもう向こうのファンの方も多くてすごくあれだったんですけど、どうしてもうちのが欲しいということで、購入ができたという状況ですけど、やはり向こうのやっぱりすごくこう人気のある馬ですので、やはり持ってくるにはこちらも見に来ていただいたりとかして、とても成立した馬です。
Silver Charm by a neck with Gary Stevens. Charismatic on the outside takes command. On the inside, Cat Thief in the middle of the track. Menifee is flying.
もともとアメリカでも種馬に使ってたっていうことと、ここはもうアメリカの馬が多いですから、向こうでやってると同じような管理をしてますので、やはりもう来たらすぐ落ち着いて、もう普段の周りのメンバーと同じような形になっています。ただ何かあればやっぱりその気象強気の気象は出てきますんで、そういう形では理想的な種馬かもしれないです。そうですね、もうここであとは G1 勝ち馬が欲しいっていうのがカリスマについてはそれが一番の今、もう花差の2着まで来てますんで、なんとか今年中には G1 勝ち馬がというふうに願っています。やはりこの距離の適性があるっていう、そこまでの過程の中でっていうのもありますけど、やっぱりああいう馬場で中で走れて勝ってるっていうステータスはこの環境は結構他の馬も馴染みやすい環境になってると思いますので、本当に日本語と英語の違いが出てくるのかなというぐらいだと思います。日本語と英語の違いぐらいだと思いますけども。
Charismatic holding on to win it by a head. Here comes Fusaichi Pegasus with huge strides, gobbling up ground and getting the lead. Fusaichi Pegasus with Sormo in front, aptitude up for the place spot. Here's the finish. Fusaichi Pegasus wins it by a length and a half.
Fusaichi Pegasus' day starts at 6:30 in the morning. He's fed. When he's finished eating, he goes out in his paddock until about 10:30 or 11 o'clock. He's then exercised, hand walked. From time to time there is little changes here and there depending on the breeding season or non-breeding season, but generally most of the time that's his day-to-day routine. Can be a little bit tough from time to time, but again, nothing that you wouldn't expect from a stallion like him, you know. He likes having his photograph taken and he likes being out there, being shown and whatnot. He's definitely kind of a proud horse, you know. I think that the horses, I don't think they mind going away, you know, they're all very used to it at this stage. Most of these horses are all very well travelled. As regards to where his home is, obviously, he spends most of his time here. Ashford is a lovely place. It's a beautiful farm, lovely place to work. Yeah, home is Ashford. Coming to work every day here is, I'm very lucky to put it that way.
And they're off in the Kentucky Derby. Chavez gets busy on Monarchos, and they're surging as they move toward the top of the stretch. 1 furlong left. Here comes Monarchos. He's pulling away by 3. Jorge Chavez and Monarchos have won the Kentucky Derby, and the final time was 1 minute 59 and 4/5 seconds. He was as fast as Secretariat.
It's the first Derby winner that we've had here. It's a great honor to work with him. We got him here, and I mean, he's just been a great horse to work with, and he's no trouble at all. He's so easy to get along, and he loves his peppermint and carrots, and everybody that comes to visit brings him peppermints and carrots. And I've started a book, a visitor book. They come all over, just come and see him. We got a guy in Pennsylvania come out here and he'll eat. He gets his lunch and stay out here all day and get him a bag of carrots to enjoy while he eats with him. He's just the type of horse that he's just good to be around. I mean, he's no problem. You can get, anybody can get along with him. He knows he's special. Mr. Knuckles can come out here and he'll take an apple and lay on the post, and he'd holler at him and say, "Come here, Mo, and get it," and he'll come up here to the fence and take it right off the post.
War Emblem, and he's pulling away. He's got another gear. War Emblem coming down to the final 16th. Now he's in front by 3, and now he's going to win it. War Emblem has won the Derby. War Emblem and Proud Citizen is surging to him as they come down to the finish. Magic Wisdom coming with a flying finish. Here comes War Emblem. War Emblem to win. He wins the Preakness, and it's on to the Belmont for a try at the Triple Crown.
そうですね、落ち着いたっていうか、結構性格的にムラがあるというか、日々の様子もその日その日で違うんで、非常に激しい時とぼーっとしてる時と、浮き沈み、そうですね、サンデーサイレンスっていう馬が、トースタリオンの中心的な馬で、日本のチャンピオンサイヤーにもなっていましたけれども、それがちょうど病気というか怪我をしまして、残念ながら亡くなった時に、急遽同じような黒影で流星のケンタッキーダービー馬がもしかしたら買えるかもしれないということで、僕ら自身は、そのサンデーサイレンスの死んだことが、すごい、大きなショックだったんですけど、それをこのウォーエンブレムで跳ねたり、すごい希少な馬だったんで警戒していきましたけど、その日はもう本当に何にもしない、ただポーッと立ってる沈んだ時だったのかなっていう、とにかく何にも悪いこともしない、じーっとしてる馬だったんで、それはびっくりしましたね。印象はびっくりしました。あと種付けが始まって、なかなか種付けがしない時に、世界中に3区を走らせたり、そういう種馬も増えてきましたんで、これからももっともっと馬の血の交流というか、競走馬の交流をして、アメリカに、追い越せじゃないですけど、一緒にまた切磋琢磨していきたいと思っております。
Turning the Preakness into a runaway, a huge effort here. It is Funny Cide. He's won the Preakness by almost 10 lengths.
Funny Cide came to us in December of 2008, and the Secretariat stables were kind enough to trust us to put him in our care, and we're very glad to have him. He's kind of funny, you know. He has his good days and his bad days. You know, for a gelding, he has some real attitude. There's just times coming in and out, you know, during shows and just grooming him where he's kind of telling you, no, not today, I don't want to do this. If you're rubbing him on the wrong spot, he's not afraid to maybe take a little kick out at you, but he's not a bad horse. He's just letting you know how he's feeling that day. I think a lot of people live vicariously through their dream and kind of latched on to Funny Cide and his story. New York, of course, you know, he's a New York bred, the only New York bred to win the Kentucky Derby, so he's certainly a favorite son there. There was so much press with the horse being from New York, you know, and unfortunately he couldn't finish up the Triple Crown in New York, but he's certainly their pride. Winning a Kentucky Derby winner wins you immortality, you know. You're always going to be a part of a very elite group. You can't go to Michael Jordan's house. You can't go to, you know, sports stars' home and meet them. Here you can come and meet Gopher Jen and Funny Cide, Cigar. We have a great quarter horse with Bia Bono. You can actually meet the stars here. And I think that's something we provide for the racing fans that's very important.
Smarty Jones. The name still stirs the emotions of Pennsylvania sports fans.
Smarty Jones has done it. He wins the Preakness by a dozen lengths. He remains undefeated. It's been 26 years. It's just one furlong away.
Smarty would lose a third jewel of the crown by a length in the Belmont Stakes. Smarty was quickly retired and made his new home in Kentucky and Three Chimneys Farm. Again, Smarty would come up short with lack of interest in Kentucky. In 2010, he came back home to his Pennsylvania roots and Ghost Ridge Farm.
You look around and you see this crowd today, and he definitely is Pennsylvania's horse, but he's still America's horse, too.
Smarty Jones means everything to racing in the state of Pennsylvania. On the racetrack, he brought prestige to the state. Off it, Well, he helped inspire the passage of gaming, which meant huge purses and better lives for all Pennsylvania horsemen. Last year, Smarty was given a new challenge, traveling to Uruguay for additional stud duty. Now, Smarty is back in Pennsylvania and Northview Farm.
He's really doing well, and to be quite frank, he had a great year in 2011 at the racetrack. Ended up with 66% winners from starters. It's an incredible percentage. We're going to be doing farm tours either once or twice a month throughout the breeding season and give people an opportunity to reconnect with their star.
On the far outside, here comes a fleet. Alex charging through between horses. Giacomo, don't get mad, late charge on the far outside. Coming down to the finish, closing argument, short lead. Giacomo, a fleet Alex. It's a three-horse photo finish, and on the wire, it's Giacomo who has won the 131st Kentucky Derby.
When we found out that the Derby winner Giacomo was coming here, was just very exciting to all of us. I can remember when I called, because it was kind of a little drawn out thing, and when I called the owners of the farm, I mean, and Rich doesn't show a lot of emotion. He goes, oh my gosh, that's wonderful. He's a Kentucky Derby winner, but he's also got this presence and this unbelievable conformation. And to watch him run around in the pastures, the first time he turned him loose, I just was like, wow, that's an incredible horse. He has a tremendous amount of visitors, so he gets up in the morning and he gets fed about 6:30, 7 o'clock, and gets his first grooming at that point. And then he's brought out and he's hand grazed and walked for about 45 minutes. And then people usually start coming in anywhere from 10:30 to 2:30. Hundreds of people have been here since he's been here. And two-thirds of them never owned a thoroughbred horse, but they all know Giacomo, and they call and go, you know, I bet on Giacomo in the Kentucky Derby winner. I made so much money on him. You know, he's done a tremendous job as a sire. In 2011, he had 36 maiden winners, and over two-thirds of those were maiden special weight horses. And it's amazing because a lot of people think he's going to make kind of two-turn horses, or so-called plottering type horses, and a majority of those horses won at 5.5 to 6.5 furlongs.
And they're off in the Kentucky Derby. And there's Street Sense with a huge move on the far turn, and Calvin Morrell saving ground every step of the way. And Street Sense has roared from 19th position to first in the Derby. And here is Street Sense, a stretch running sensation to win the Derby by 2.
Well, Street Sense, you know, when he come out of a barn the caliber of Carl Nafsker's as a champion 2-year-old and Derby winner, you can imagine the kind of attention he got, you know, inside the barn and outside the barn. But he was certainly pampered and babied and probably pretty spoiled as far as horses go. He certainly has a lot of personality, a lot of character, loves the people that are around him, especially the groom that takes care of him. When he first got retired, I remember Carl Nafsker visiting him and going in the stall, and this is after the horse had bred a number of mares, and grabbing him around the neck and almost wrestling him to the ground. Now, they had a special relationship, obviously. You wouldn't walk into a stall and do that with a normal stallion. He's a playful sort of horse, and he knows the people that are around him. I would say that, you know, Derby winners anywhere in the United States are revered. He helped, you know, put this place on the map along with Bernardini. He'd be, you know, one of our favorites in that regard.
And the final furlong of the Kentucky Derby, and it's going to be Big Brown bounding home to a convincing win in the Run for the Roses. It is Big Brown by 5 on the wire, and just cruising into the line. Captasarma looked in the rearview mirror, nobody was there. He waltzes home to win the Preakness. No one's ever been close to Big Brown.
Normal day right now during the off season is he's up during the evening hours, and then he'll go out in the morning and come back in right after lunch, have a little bit of a snack, and then just get cleaned up, ready for breeders to come look at him. It's pretty much right now just kind of take it easy, relax a little bit before February the 14th. Big Brown the last 2 seasons has gone to Australia, to Vinery, Australia. They leave here in July and go into a quarantine where they have to spend about 3.5 weeks. Then they fly to Australia. And their breeding season starts in August. He returns to us around the 20th of December. And then basically he's in isolation here for about another 3 to 4 weeks getting some testing done. All those horses that win those fantastic races, they all have an attitude, they all feel good about themselves, they know that they're the champions, and Big Brown's no different. He knows that he's the man every time he walks out of his stall and somebody comes to look at him.
An impossible result here.
After becoming the 9th gelding to win the Kentucky Derby, Mind That Bird was retired in November 2010. In 2009, he was unanimously voted as Horse of the Year for the state of New Mexico, where he currently resides under his own twin spires at Double Eagle Ranch in Roswell.
Super Savers towards the inside, staying on is Devil May Care. She is now in third. Patio Prado is staying on. Racing now inside the final furlong. It's Calvin Burrell and Super Saver in front. To in second, Patio Prado. Down the outside, Icebox is flashing home. Racing up to line. Super Saver wins the Derby for Todd Fletcher and for Calvin Burrell. Burrell's third win in the Kentucky Derby.
7 o'clock in the morning. Usually his first cover is 8 or 8:30 in the morning. After that he'll get fed, and then they'll have a downtime between 8:30 and 2:30 when he'll cover a mare again. He's a very good horse to be around, tons of personality, loves people, loves the attention that being a Derby winner comes with. I think they figure out that they get more attention if they stick their tongue out and people stop by and look how cute it is and laugh and play with his tongue. He loves for you to play with his tongue. The first time we brought him behind a mare, he put his head over her back and stuck his tongue out. So that told me that he was going to really like his new job. He wants more attention, likes going out when we have big crowds here. We have some really nice horses here, a 2-time Breeders' Cup winner, Breeders' Cup Classic winner. Drosselmeyer won the Breeders' Cup Classic, but it's the ultimate to have a Derby winner in your barn. That's what you've got to have. You can have any other kind of race, but if you don't have a Derby winner, you're not complete.